Hey guys, what's up? Today we are in the kitchen for no reason at all. We're actually going to talk about college. This video is made specifically for my juniors and seniors, or for my Canadian friends grade 11 and 12. And since we all know application deadlines are coming up soon, I just wanted to share some of my favorite resources for the college search, scholarships, and college applications. I'll put chapters in the description if there's a certain part that you feel like you need more help on. And if you like this video, it would mean the world to me if you would like and subscribe. So thank you so much, and let's get into it. The first thing I want to go over is websites that I'd recommend. So one of the ones I've been loving using is called Niche. So it's really cool because you can build your college list, and each of the schools has its own report card, and then there's like surveys of the students that'll show you like about the campus life, about the students, just like random information. It's just got like some general information about each college. It gives you access to each website and certain things like the application specifically, or athletics, or whatever you're looking for. Niche has that on there. They have specific ranks for school, whatever you're interested in. Like there's most diverse colleges, there's best athletics, most liberal, most conservative, anything you're looking for, they have rankings for that. When I was doing my actual college search, I loved browsing on Niche because it's just really interesting to see what each college has compared to each other, and I feel like it gives you more of an inside scoop on each college rather than just the statistics. The next one that I love is called CollegeVine. This one and Niche I use together a lot. CollegeVine is really helpful for estimating your chances of getting into a school, and CollegeVine also ranks the schools as safety, target, and reach based on your chances of getting in, mostly based on your GPA, extracurriculars, coursework, and if you put in an SAT score, then it'll base it off that too. CollegeVine is really handy because you can build your list and mark them as considering, applied, waitlisted, accepted, denied, enrolling. It also has you fill out this little thing about yourself, like your preferences, and then has this thing called a preference fit, and it marks your preferences and how they rank against other students' preferences in that school. So you can see if you want to go to a place of people with like minds or the same priorities, then you can see that on there. It also provides an accurate cost of each college, which a lot of websites aren't updated, and they're before COVID when prices were way different. And CollegeVine, some schools have their admissions counselor's contact on there, which is awesome because that means you can reach out directly to their admissions counselor. You can also use CapEx. I started looking into that, but I found it after I'd already filled out everything for CollegeVine, so I actually don't know as much about that, but I think it's pretty similar. I just preferred CollegeVine. This other resource that randomly popped up, I think I was actually browsing for scholarships. It's called Christian Connector, and even if you're not a Christian, I would definitely recommend looking into it because there's some really good Christian schools, and this thing is really helpful because it gives you 3 free applications to Christian universities. That's awesome because application fees can be like $70 each. So this is a great deal whether you're a Christian or not. Might as well apply to those schools. And a lot of them use the Common App, so you're not really spending any more time, you're just putting out another application as a safety. Speaking of the Common App, I'm sure you guys have all heard of this, but this allows you to fill out one application for it has over 1,000 schools on their website. So I would recommend on your list, make sure at least 2 of the schools use it, and then you're already saving time. If none of the schools on your list use it, like for example, UCs and Cal States do not use the Common App, and probably across the country and globally, there's a lot of schools that don't, then it's just not worth it because you might as well go straight through the school because they probably have their own application, whether they use the Common App or not. But if a couple of your schools do allow for that, then use it because it saves time. You don't have to transfer your information over and over again. And the FAFSA is the last one. You guys have all heard of this one. The free application for federal student aid. Even if you don't think you'll qualify, just try it. Just go for it. It's free money. You might as well. This was shoved down my throat, so I'm gonna shove it down yours. And a lot of schools require it to even consider you for financial aid and scholarships, so it's definitely worth filling out. By the time this video gets published, you'll be able to fill it out for this year. But for juniors and anyone younger, don't fill it out quite yet. I made the mistake of filling it out about a month ago for last year, and I'm gonna have to redo it all. So, alright, and now websites I would not recommend. I'm just gonna list a few, not bashing on them or anything, just I didn't find them very helpful. So Scholarship Points, Scholarship Owl, scholarships.com, bold.org, any other random scholarship sites, I would not personally recommend you spend your time on. You can definitely try them if you're interested and you have a lot of free time or whatever, but I wasted so much of my time on these random no essay scholarships that have no accountability or proof that they're even real. And if they are real, you probably have like a 1 in 5 1/1,000,000 shot of getting it because, you know, who doesn't want free money for college? And there's nothing to increase your odds because, well, there's no essay. I'm sure somebody has won a scholarship off of these sites. Personally, I would focus on the FAFSA and apply directly to the university you're interested in for scholarships and financial aid. Alright, moving on to some other resources I would recommend. So I got hooked up with this thing called Student Search through College Board. If you've ever taken an AP test, then you'll know what College Board is. They also run the SATs and I believe the ACTs, I'm not sure. But I don't ever remember signing up for this thing. I just started seeing these emails from all these universities pop up, and at the bottom it would say, "We got your information from the Student Search at College Board." I'm like, okay. But it's actually come with some perks. It's given me access to preferred applications, and in a couple cases it's even waived the application fee so I can apply to the school for free. And you get these nice little ego boosts from these schools saying, "Congratulations on your accomplishment. We want you at our school." So why not? You can always unsubscribe. So for all my juniors and younger, unfortunately this probably won't help any seniors, but I would definitely recommend checking that out, seeing if you can get signed up for that list, because that has been kind of helpful. And in using those like streamlined preferred applications, I'm guessing it'll look better to the admissions counselor because so many resources are poured into the admissions advertising that there's got to be a purpose behind it, you know? Hey, so I'm in the middle of editing right now, and there were just a couple points I wanted to add in here. You can probably hear the football game going on in the background. I'm sorry. But with the preferred application that the universities may send you, it comes with priority admissions reviews, so they'll get back to you faster, automatic consideration for like certain scholarships, and there's no essay required. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. Alright, also if you're going to the community college in your area, you can most likely get a scholarship to cover your entire tuition really easily. The only requirements to cover your entire tuition are being a first-time college student, a state resident, enrolling in 12 units minimum, and completing the FAFSA. And then tuition is completely free. I'm not sure if I'm going to the community college yet. That's why I'm putting in all these applications for different schools, but just wanted to put that out there because it's always an option. Let's say you don't get accepted into certain schools that you want to go to, then you can always go to the JC, and I've heard it's a lot easier to transfer into those schools after going to the JC. Another resource is if your high school has a guidance counselor, hit them up. They've been asked every single question, and there are no stupid questions, trust me. I've asked them all. Our counselor is the absolute best, shout out to Miss Woody, and has a Google Classroom of resources for us to use, and I really wish I'd taken advantage of this before I started on this whole journey. And it's been kind of cool to see because a lot of the things that I found online, just by Googling and doing random searches, she actually recommends. So I would go through your guidance counselor's resources or talk to them because they're more likely to have credible sources, and you won't waste time looking at these random little scholarship sites. Once you've narrowed down your list to the colleges that you want to go to and started applying, show those colleges that you're interested in them. You can follow their social media, you can reach out to their admissions counselor. Some schools use this app called ZeeMee where you can meet future students and then get connected with them, and that's where you might find dorm mates. There's all of these cool resources to get you plugged into the schools because the schools want you to be interested in them, and the more you put your name out there, the better. The last resource I'd recommend is taking the SAT, and this is just based off of advice I've been given. I haven't been accepted to any colleges yet. I've only applied to one. But if a school is test optional and you do well on your test, it'll help your chances to submit your score. But if you do badly on your test, then there's no harm done. You don't have to show them. Not a lot of schools, but a couple require testing, so then you have to take it anyways. If all of your schools are test blind, literally all of them, and you're not even considering going to any other schools and you hate tests, maybe don't take it. But in every other circumstance, I think it's a very good idea. Just some random last minute tips I have. I would make a list somewhere besides an application of your achievements and awards that you can use across multiple applications, because I know for myself, I put them all in. I did all the research and put it on an application, and then I submitted it and I'm like, oh shoot, I can't access it. So I had to go through and make another list. So I would suggest making a list somewhere else where it can't be submitted by accident. And do the same for your extracurriculars and all of your leadership opportunities, just for the ease of things. One last thing is, if you are stressed about your major, seriously don't worry about it. So many of the people I know have gone off to college and have changed their major, like if not once, multiple times. And actually I found the statistic that about 80% of students change their major at least once throughout their education. And college students on average change their major 3 times. And that's an average. Like I've heard of people changing their major like 8 times. Literally like twice a year. So if you're a senior and you still don't know what to study, don't worry at all. Some schools will require you to declare your major, and with those, I would say just pick one that you love and one that you're leaning towards, but don't feel tied down to it. Like, don't freak out about it thinking you're stuck, because you can always change. Finding this out really helped me, so I just wanted to mention it in case you haven't been told yet. Alright, I think that's all I'm qualified to talk about. I'm still a senior working on her applications. Definitely don't have all the answers, but I just wanted to share some of my favorite resources since we're all going into this stressful time together. I really hope this video helped you out, and hey, I just want you to know I'm praying for you right now. Yes, you. I'm praying for you. We're all in this together, so I'm praying for all the seniors out there as we make our big decisions. Have an amazing day, and remember that Jesus loves you.